only that, did he just ask, like, what was the question? Was it basic, like, how do I start a war? How do I win a
So
war?
one of the photos showed a laptop displaying Google Gemini interface with a prompt that appeared to begin, I need help building an agent to create a war.
Wow. Wow.
That's scary that you're asking AI how to start a war. I'm pretty sure Sarah Connor warned us about this.
That is scary on so many
levels, honey.
levels.
So many levels, and it gets worse. It gets worse. Well, and welcome to another episode of Not Your Podcast. We're going to go through some news stories of the day. You already know me. I'm Christina Talks Tea, and my best buddy, my co-host, V. Yes, we don't have any direction to go in today because there's so much with the flooding of the zone. We just thought we would do some commentary on the news as of late. Right. Let's get started with the brew. What you got to say, V?
Hey, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. I'm still kind of reeling about what actually happened yesterday with all of the fuckery and the way that they were talking about Libations Lindsay, as you call him, and how they were making him out to be something that he absolutely was not, which we already know that he was absolutely one of the worst people on the planet. I couldn't get over how they're doing this giant production in a church talking about how he was a godly man and all of the things that he had done that were so absolutely not biblical in any kind of way. But tell me
in
why
some
it is.
aspects, very biblical. Hellfire and punishment and smiting.
Right?
And
Exactly.
In some ways, it's pretty damn biblical.
That's true. But that's just not what, I mean, it was in the Bible, but it's not biblical per se. Right. Oh, God. Right. But I'm just want to say, in reference to the fatback, and when he decides that, like, if you come to my funeral, I just want you to know, if you come to my funeral and you start saying everybody loved Veronica, she was an amazing person, everybody had great things to say about her. Well, not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody liked that bitch. Fuck that hoe. Not really everybody. I mean, if you knew, you knew.
You knew. Did you see, what's his name? Sean Hannity. He was up there talking about Libations Lindsay and the Peter in Chief as if they were married, honey. It sounded like he was giving a speech directly to Lindsay's widow. It was very,
I know.
Very strange, dear.
It was so weird. And then the way that they recounted who he was, what the fatback said, talking about how he loved war. And then he goes up there and he's like, he was a peacetime person. Are you talking about the same fucking person? First you're saying he loved war and boom booms. And then this other person's like, oh, he just wanted to shit and fart rainbows and just love everybody. Like, what?
Look, the whole globe knows that Lindsay was a warmonger and hoe, honey. Right. Everybody knows that. But how fitting was it for the United States' biggest warmonger to have people at his funeral discussing war? Right. So very fitting indeed to have Dudu Netanyahu talking to Petey Kegsbrith and Marco Polo Rubio discussing war at his funeral. Very fitting, dear. Very fitting indeed.
That was crazy. And then how are you, like, my best friend? Okay. If I catch you falling asleep at my funeral, I swear to God, I will come out of that casket and shake your ass alive. I'm like, what are you talking? He was just like, oh shit, this is boring.
My best friend, that person in that box over there, he couldn't remember Lindsay's name.
The one that's sitting there, laying down.
There's a person in that box over there.
Oh my God. Like, what do you mean?
And then when he walked down, he knocked on it. Did you see, like, he patted?
He's like,
you just checking to make sure he's asleep.
He's like,
he's really dead. He's knock, knock, knock. Who the hell does that?
No, I mean, like, seriously, are you, like, checking, like, how solid it is, the quality of the casket? Like, I'm confused. I'm so confused.
He did the same thing to the casket that he did to the cars in Detroit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Are you checking the quality? Is it made out of steel? Is it made out of wood? Like, is it aluminum? Like, what are you doing exactly? Are you checking the quality of the paint?
That's sturdy built right there.
He's
That's
checking
a high
to see if it was
quality
American. Right? Did he look? He should have looked under to see if it was American made. I mean,
is this motherfucker really dead? Knock, knock. You there?
Right. So ridiculous. I just don't understand. And then, did you see when he was falling asleep, in the pew, and then he offers JD a Tic Tac, and JD's like, "I'm good." Like, you need one, bro, but I'm good. Like, I'm good. And then the guy behind him is just
nobody's
like,
worried about your breath. They're worried about that fucking stench coming out of your ass, honey.
Did you see
Won't you shove one of them Tic Tacs up your rear?
Do they make TikToks like this big? Shove them down there. Oh, man. The guy behind him. Right. There ain't enough Summer's Eve
more
on
than a Tic Tac for your mouth, fatback.
No. But the guy behind him, when he was just
your
like,
way.
Did you see him?
I told y'all when he got on TV and said I'm number one on Tic Tac, he was genuinely confused.
He was
about
confused
Tic-Tacs.
about the Tic Tacs. Right. Right. Oh my word. It's so bad. It's so bad. Your best friend falls asleep, talks bad about you, and then shits on himself while sitting in the pew, because it was very clear that the guy behind him,
everybody behind him was like cutting his side eye and shit. Like,
they were like, no. Do you imagine that when he finally just kicks the bucket, that how many people do you think will come out and literally verify how often this was that it happened on a daily basis? Do you imagine?
Oh, baby. The stories are going to fly. The NDAs will be no more. There will be so much tea to pour.
I cannot wait. I'm going to be there for all the shit.
Because I'm not the type of person that believes you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, honey. No. If I'm going to say it about you when you're alive, I'm damn sure going to say it about you when you ain't here no more.
I spit all over myself.
What you going to do about it?
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
No, it was just, besides the just funniness, it was kind of embarrassing that on the front row, instead of having other world leaders there and other people in Congress, it was, Booger Sugar Jr., his own personal family, people who aren't supposed to be involved in government.
Right.
And honey, that one girl that one of them is with, oh my Lord, baby, she takes Mar-a-Lago face to a whole new level. She was just standing there like she was waiting on something special to happen, and her face wasn't moving. And they've had so much Botox, her eyebrows was in her hairline.
Lord, girl, no.
You ain't got to worry about a receding hairline because your eyebrows have now turned into your fucking hairline, honey. Lay off of the surgery, baby.
Oh my God. It's just so bad.
They all just look shocked all the time.
What's happening?
Hell, even little doo-doo Natty Pot got him some Botox too. Baby, that forehead, the top of his forehead was just tight, honey. It looked like he got snatched, baby.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God. These people are just so diabolical.
I thought, well, damn, somebody done snatched off half his motherfucking head. What the hell's done happened to you, honey? Shit, I know it's hard out here being a fucking genocidal, homicidal maniac and shit, but you okay?
Right.
Is that why you so angry? They snatched you too hard? My goodness, baby. My goodness. And Doo-Doo, apparently, he had his little meeting with Fatback. After all of that, he came out of the meeting saying it was the best meeting he's ever had with the Fatback. The best meeting he's ever had. Yeah, Zelensky had one with him too. And this is what was so very suspicious about the meeting. Okay, both of the meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
what do we know about Fatback? We know Fatback loves an audience, honey. He loves the lights and the cameras, and he loves to drag world leaders into the Oval Office.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's his time to shine.
Right.
But he took him in through the back door, and nobody was allowed to be in the room when he talked to him. No cameras either.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Without
interesting?
an audience. That is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is very interesting that you don't want the American people to see you talking to Zelensky and Dudu anymore. Almost like you actually don't have control and you don't know what's going on with either war.
Right.
And that's apparent to everybody. So now the meetings are behind closed doors.
Yeah. There's something seriously wrong there. You have to wonder. You have to wonder. And also, did you notice that Melania is nowhere to be found?
Well, I know a lot of people have been saying when I talked about this yesterday that she's normally nowhere to be found. I mean, she's normally MIA. That's pretty normal for her.
But this
MIA has been a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, ever since she came out and gave her faux press conference about Epstein, trying her best to, and all she really did was cause a fucking mess, trying to distance herself from that shit.
Right.
But ever since then, they've been kind of having her at all the events with the Orange Man. They've kind of been hand in hand a lot of places until just very recently. And then we learned from international news, which I mean, all of his family has a hit on him. But apparently Iran has taken it a step further, and they're releasing videos of instructions on how to take out the mail order maiden Melania.
And everybody's just like, hold on, I need another page because it's a lot of instructions. There was a lot of instruction.
Apparently, they're poisoning the clothes in boutiques, you know.
That is wild.
It sparked the mail order maiden going dark, I guess you could say. She can't be out there with her Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego hat today because the Mar-a-Lago hoe is MIA.
Right. Yeah, because at the last correspondence dinner, she was there.
She was there.
She should have been there, but of course it was KKK Levitt.
Yeah.
And then
she didn't go to the redo.
No, and she didn't, and she was not there. She should have been there
at the funeral.
She should have been there for the funeral.
She should have been there for the funeral. I mean, Booger Sugar was there, Twitchy was there, hell, everybody was there.
Right, everybody. There. She wasn't there. So you think that she's taking this stuff pretty seriously, as she should. She should. She really
but it also raises another question about her because, I mean, I know it's just a conspiracy theory, but she was pretty much recruited and was working for the KGB in her younger days. That's what they used young women for, models too. That's what they did. We've always talked about how she's the Fatback's handler and shit. She was specifically presented to him by Paulo and Epstein.
Right.
You know. And there's a whole chunk of her past history where she was supposed to be doing modeling in Paris, but there's only a few photos of that, and they were all in the same room taken by the same photographer.
Right.
A lot of mystery around the mail order maiden Melania for her to go MIA at such a pivotal time.
Exactly.
When she should be on display, honey. Yeah. Got the whole world out here wondering where in the world is the Mar-a-Lago hoe.
Maybe she's
not
in
that
Argentina.
We actually care. I really don't give a shit where she's at, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, she may have already made her exit knowing that it's like, because everybody knows where we are at the final hour.
For all we know, Voldemort Poontang said, stay the hell out of the way.
Right.
Something's coming down the pike today.
She's like,
I'm gonna take you a vacay, honey.
She's like, I'm out.
We don't want to risk losing you. You've done a really good job.
Right, exactly.
With your little place. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's been, and people were like, why do you care? And oh my God, there's bigger things in the world. I'm like, okay, I'm just making an observation. Shit. Like, I can't have
We can't talk about dumb shit.
Right.
He's got y'all out here talking about dumb shit. We can't talk about dumb shit too.
Right. I have some people tell me in my comment section some of the stuff, and I'm like, I'm just making an observation. I'm just commenting on my own stuff. Like, I don't know what to say. God, but yeah, that was kind of crazy to me that she was just missing in action. But again, that's not surprising to me at all because did you see the mural? Speaking that they have hits out where that mural that was where it has him actually like in a casket
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
that is what, and then not only him, his whole fucking family,
Yeah, yeah,
his whole
yeah.
family is
They
painted
believe
on
in
the
that
wall
eye
like,
for an eye stuff, baby. You know, the same
mm-mm.
way the white Christian nationalists believe in an eye for an eye too. I love how they're always, we can all agree that Iran is extreme, right? They're
Right,
extremists. They're religious extremists. But you can't tell me that I got to fear them when you're doing the same exact thing. Nobody seemed to care when the land that is not real came out to say for every Israeli mother that sheds a tear, a Palestinian mother will shed a tear. It's okay when Israel does an eye for an eye,
right,
but you're offended that that same type of rhetoric is coming from um, Iran. That
right.
don't make no sense, honey.
Uh,
You that
It,
don't make you need to be upset about the rhetoric from both sides, right?
right,
If the rhetoric
right,
is the problem, then you should be upset with the rhetoric no matter who it comes from.
right, right. No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
always what's good for
yeah,
the goose is not good for the
yeah.
gander, and it's always been like that. We already know.
Two different
It's
extremist groups telling you to fear the other one because they're extreme. Okay.
it's like
Fuck.
okay,
Okay, whatever you say.
right,
Y'all are
like
literally doing the same thing. Oh, you can't like them because they burn books. Bitch, you're burning them too.
right,
What the fuck? They're trying to, their government is run by religious laws. Motherfucker, you are literally trying to pass religious laws to control me. What are you talking about, baby?
right. It's
Pot call kettle
crazy.
what? Fucking
Exactly.
crackpot. Call cracked kettle what, honey? Because y'all have lost your fucking mind.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. It's
Shit.
so crazy. I know, girl. I
Today they
know.
had a new distraction plea because they don't want to talk about how they're losing everything, so they had to drag Fauci up to the damn Capitol to question him, and
Girl.
they got exactly what they gave every time we wanted
Exactly.
them to answer questions.
Oh man. They were so upset. So upset.
I
And
thought
Rand
Rand Paul was
Paul
gonna
was
bust a
gonna
fucking ball, honey.
oh girl. He was so mad. Get out! Put him security. I'm
just,
like,
just
dude.
losing it, honey. Just
He was
losing it.
so mad. I'm like, "Are you okay? Did you
And
just
it's
pop a
funny
hemorrhoid?"
how when they want to question somebody else, they all of a sudden remember the law.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you didn't have any of that vitriol about the law when the Republican crew was refusing to answer questions.
No,
Oh, no.
no,
Nobody was pointing
no.
out about how they could be held accountable for lying or refusing to answer questions in front of Congress. But all of a sudden
Not at all.
today, they remembered that, oh, wait a minute, we can hold these people accountable for refusing to answer our questions.
Exactly,
Oh, how
exactly,
convenient that your memory just popped in about how the fucking law works.
exactly. And they're like, "Chairman, Mr. Chairman, can you please instruct them to answer the question?" It's like, oh my God. It's like, Mom, look at so and so. He's not giving me any of his ice cream. So stupid.
They all just sound like just whining little kids, honey. Just the most beta males I've ever seen in my life.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid and pathetic. But I mean, it's just it's par for the course. So
Yeah.
it's not unusual that we would hear them doing something so
And it
stupid,
was it was
honestly.
all just a political stunt because
Of
they
course it
can't tell
was.
their constituents why they can't afford to eat, why their
Right.
health care is being ripped away, why we're in the fucking war in the first place, how we're going to end the damn war, why people are being murdered in the street, and it's costing the
Right.
taxpayer to do these plays.
Right.
And they can't talk about any of that. And every
No.
time they get stuck between a rock and a hard place by their own doing, by the way, they drag some shit up from
Right.
back in the day, you know,
Right. That's
like.
so crazy.
Yeah,
That is so
I said it
crazy.
earlier today. I'm sorry, but is COVID affecting you in any kind of way today?
Right.
Is
Uh,
it? Is this? Even if let's just pretend for a minute, Dr. Fauci came out and said, "Yeah, I colluded with China." What does that fucking change?
Not a fucking thing.
Because
Not a
what do you
damn
think we're
thing.
going to go invade China because of COVID? Because
Right?
one thing that they've learned, and by the way, I don't know if y'all know this, but the whole entire the whole entire strategy behind Iran today is not to beat the US of A at a war. It's not, the strategy's not about winning a war for them. The strategy has been to expose the hypocrisy and the weakness of America. And they've done that fabulously.
Oh, full display, girl.
Full display.
Billboards and shit.
So what, we're going to try to go into China because we can't even handle Iran, honey. The Houthis are whipping our fucking ass right now. Baby.
Right.
The Houthis.
Right.
We're talking about Yemen, that is not a first world country in any kind of way, is fucking whooping our ass with these plays. There's no oil or refineries working at all right now in the fucking Middle East. And even if the war ended today, all that shit would have to be rebuilt.
It's so crazy.
And then it would take months to get it across the globe. There's no relief on the way. We ain't even beginning to see the fallout economically from this war. We ain't even beginning to see it, honey.
And that is really scary. It's so scary to think about that, because it is really, really scary to know that he has, not only did he start something that he can't seem to get out of no matter what he does, and he wants to get out of it bad. I mean, he's made it very clear that he's trying to figure out a way to back out.
The man has an attention span of about 2 weeks. That's why everything he says is 2 weeks, because that's as long as he can focus on the fucking thing, honey. That's it.
Right.
After 2 weeks, he is bored. He is done. He wants to move on. He don't want to do that no more. And here we are in month 5 of the unnecessary war, and he really wants it to go away. But he does not. Him and Petey Cake's have no idea how to make it go away.
No, they don't. They don't.
The egos won't take the L.
No. And they never will. They never will, because their egos are so fucking big, about the size of his rear, the fatback's rear.
Yeah.
So big. But I want to talk about, that when we come back from a commercial break. So stay tuned for just a second. Yeah.
We'll be back after these messages from our sponsor. Well. Before we get back to the tea, this episode was brought to you by Not Your Merch. If you like your politics loud and your merchandise louder, dear, then head on over there. Podcast 10 for a discount, friend. They've got all the unapologetically loud apparel you need. Shirts, drinkware, and so much more. Like these cute little guillotine earrings for the GOP's tiny peens. Anyway, we'll be back with the tea. Head on over to Not Your Merch and have a view. You might want to purchase something soon that suits you. And welcome back to Not Your Podcast. Let's dive right back into the tea. Continue to pour, my friend V.
Oh, so when I was talking about, just all of the different things when it pertained to the war, tell me why it is that they're currently trying to look for help on how it is that you win a war, or how you have war plans, by going to AI. Like, I mean, I understand that you have to try to map out shit, but you're going to go to OpenAI, something
they used Google Gemini.
Oh my God.
They were using Google's Gemini to, this was back in July of 21st, by the way. This didn't actually happen today.
Right.
And clearly it didn't help out in any kind of way. Because the war has only gotten worse since July 21st.
Oh, my God.
But yes, so for those of you that don't know what's going on, let's back up just a little bit, because this story broke Wednesday today. But a Pentagon social media post promoting the military's growing use of artificial intelligence caused confusion online after a photograph appeared to show an AI agent being asked to help create a war.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Now, of course, at the Pentagon and military too, you must run war simulations. That's part of your job.
Yeah.
You need to run every possible war simulation there is, so you're better prepared for war.
100%.
But you might have wanted to do that back in January before you started the war. I mean, it's a little too late now to be asking AI to help you do war plays.
Not only that, did he just ask, like, what was the question? Was it basic, like, how do I start a war? How do I win a
So one
war?
of the photos showed a laptop displaying Google Gemini interface with a prompt that appeared to begin, "I need help building an agent to create a war."
Wow. Wow.
That's scary that you're asking AI how to start a war. I'm pretty sure Sarah Connor warned us about this.
That is scary on so many
So many levels,
freaking
honey. So
levels.
many levels, and it gets worse. It gets worse. So the image captioned identified the person using the system as U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Brandon Mazura. I'm sure I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. He was assigned to the U.S. Pacific Fleet, which is, what are they doing in the Pacific, honey? Petey Keg's breath has been committing red rum and muck duck on fishermen. And
All the time.
the Mexican government is now investigating not just the Mexican nationals who have died at the hands of ICE on our shores, but some of these fishing boats that they're striking too that are not
Right.
members of the cartel but fishermen. So it's
Right.
kind of crazy that this guy's tasked with the Pacific Fleet and he's asking how to start a war.
Oh my God.
Prepare yourself, right? Anyway, the caption stated that he was building an AI agent during a general AI military task force training event and said that the program is helping systematically remove barriers to AI adaptation to ensure a more lethal Department of War. I'm not sure
Wow.
how much more lethal it needs to be because when you double tap that school in the Middle East, you said it was a mistake because your AI wasn't up to date and all of that. So now you're going to continue to blame AI for your mistakes that are lethal
Right.
to
Right.
innocent children?
Well, didn't they also say that they wanted AI to run the drones and then they discovered and blamed the drones and the AI because they hit the wrong targets?
Yes.
So,
But what we know is that there's cameras, not just on the drones, but on Tomahawk missiles too. So the whole
mhm,
time that it's going, you can see what's
yes.
happening. So you mean to
You're
tell
not
me that
flying blind.
they're not flying blind. They're not
Mm-mm.
flying blind, honey.
Mm-mm.
They're not.
Mm-mm.
But now you want to ask AI how to start a war and make it more lethal?
That is so crazy to
How
me.
much more lethal does it need to be?
Right. Right.
Because
And if
no
you
matter
are
what AI does, that it's not war doesn't kill an idea.
no,
War's
no, it
already
doesn't.
lethal enough to kill innocent people,
Right.
to destroy your economy, to make life harder for you. How much more lethal does it need to be?
Exactly. And I mean the people I struggle with all of this so very much. And the reason that I even struggle with this as much as I do even now more than ever is because I see so many people talking about how, the fatback promised no more wars. He promised this, he promised that, and he's going around talking and touting about how he's stopped so many wars where in fact he's starting everything, right?
Yeah.
He's doing all of that stuff.
They started
And
8
people
new
are
conflicts with more on the way.
right. And he said, when I'm done with this one, I'm going to start this one. And when I'm done with this one, I'm going to start this one. And I have heard so many people say, in just today, even in my feed, I've had at least 5 different videos come out, people talking about, I absolutely regret my vote. He said we weren't going to do this. He said we weren't going to do that. When in fact, he has basically said the same thing he's had, the same message this entire time. I don't know what the fuck they were hearing, but this man has said over and over again also how he has decimated and obliterated and just gotten rid of everything. So why is it that we're having our asses handed to us every fucking day when it comes to what's going on over there in the Middle East? Like why? Because
And
every single thing the man says is a fucking lie.
you
Everything.
also have to consider that he probably doesn't know the bulk of what's going on because he surrounded himself with sycophants that won't tell him the
They
truth
don't tell
because they
him.
don't want to piss him off.
Mhm.
I mean, you've got Marco Polo Ruby out here walking around in shoes that are too fucking big because he's scared to say these shoes don't fit me.
And when they questioned him about that, he's like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What shoes? What shoes?" Did you
Honey,
see that?
if you can't even tell the man that the shoes are the wrong size and they're giving me blisters today, how are you going to stand up against him and say, hey, we're not doing good in this war? You know,
Nobody
so I
wants to
think
tell
part
him.
of it is that.
Right.
And I
No, I
think
agree.
another part of it is as the dementia has progressed, there's things they probably told him that he don't remember. And I
Well,
read a
that's probably
report
true too.
also where they were trying to explain to him the consequences of starting the unnecessary war. Like people who actually understood what was going on was trying to
Mm.
explain to him, and he wasn't even listening to them. He wasn't
Well,
even
that
listening to
doesn't
what they
surprise
had to
me.
say. You know,
That doesn't
he
surprise me.
did what he was going to do anyway, and they've kind of admitted that too. I mean, we've had Marco come out to say it in more than one word that he's going to do whatever he wants to do, no matter what we tell him. We've seen them sitting in Senate confirmation hearings and also in testimony about the war, like Petey Kegsbreth and all them, just saying at the end of the day, it's his decision. No matter
Right.
what intelligence, Tulsi did it when they kept asking her, you know, did you tell the president that,
Right.
you know, the intelligence said that Iran wasn't capable or was nowhere near building, you know, a nuclear weapon, you know, and it
Right.
doesn't matter what you tell him because
He's
he's going to do
he's going to
whatever
do
he
what he wants.
wants to do.
Right. Right. Like he
Right.
always has.
Like he
Because
always
nobody is
has.
as because nobody's as smart as him. Nobody knows as
Yeah.
much as
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's done more for us than my parents.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
yeah. Yeah. He keeps saying that, baby. He's done so much for America, honey. I just let me count all the ways that he's made my life better.
Oh my
You know what I really
God.
wanted? I wanted measles back. I
Yeah.
wanted the economy to be crashed. I wanted people
Right.
gunned down and murdered in my streets. I
Right.
wanted racist hate spreading all across the fucking globe. I
Right.
wanted not to be able to afford food on my plate. I never wanted to own a home. You know, like, those are
Mm-mm.
all the things I wanted. And he made sure to fulfill those fantasies for me of
Right.
being, you know, a
Right.
third world fucking country.
Right. It is so crazy to me. And how he can come out here and take credit for and saying that he's been the best, most wonderful gift to America, so much better than my parents could have ever done for me. When I saw that in his speech, and I was just like, what in the actual fuck? Like, I almost wanted to call my mom, like, Mom, you know what this old bitch said? Like, what are you talking about? Jeez.
Yeah, he's done really good for the pedo elite in America. He's done everything they wanted him to do. He's covered up their crimes. He's protected them. He's made them more
Right.
money, boo.
Right.
It just goes back to what I say all the time. When he says we, he ain't talking about you, honey. He's
No,
talking
honey.
about the broligarchy, the pedo
Mm-hmm.
elite, the men with money.
Right.
That's what he means
Right.
when he says we. When he
We.
says we're making all this money, not you. You are not part of we.
No, no,
No, honey. No, you
no,
need to
no.
replace that W, turn it the fuck upside down. Because he means me,
Right.
not fucking we.
Never. Never,
Me.
girl. It's
He's made his life better.
always been about him, will always be about him. And honestly, I mean, let's get so fucking for real. If it comes down to him or his kids or him and his wife, who's he going to choose? Who's he going to
Himself.
choose?
He's going to choose
Always.
himself.
Always. Even if it comes
Baby,
to
he don't even
Ivanka, who's
like
his
Booger
favorite.
Sugar. He don't like Donnie
Right.
Jr. He hates that son of
No.
a bitch, baby.
He
He
does.
hates him.
He's known him a long time, though.
He don't like the twitchy one either. He can't stand Eric. He's embarrassed by Eric's twitchy fucking pale skin goddamn ass. He can't stand him. Can't stand him, honey.
Right.
He can't stand him.
I mean, if you can't even go to your own son's wedding, what does that say
Right.
about who you
Right. And I
are?
don't want to
And
hear he couldn't go to the Bahamas because he's a felon, dear. Fuck.
right.
That's not why he didn't go. He was scared. He
Right.
was scared to go
Because he
because he
was a
had a
hop,
threat
skip,
on
and a
his head,
jump.
and he really don't give a shit about Donnie Jr. He already knows Don gonna be done divorced this bitch in less than a year with a new hoe.
Right.
And you
It's going
remember
to be
Don's
so. You're.
last hoe? You remember his last hoe? He had to give that bitch a job as an ambassador so that she wouldn't tell all the secrets on the family and all their dirty trash. Every time
Exactly.
Eric sticks his little peen in something, it's another problem for Daddy. Now we got to pay this bitch. We got to give her a job too, Eric. Would you
Oh
would, you- would you
my
stop, Don and Eric? Keep your peen in your
God.
pants, baby.
Right.
You out
That
here
is.
having me support all these hoes to keep their
I'm
mouth shut.
sorry. There ain't enough money in the fucking world for that shit. Like, no, nah. There's not enough money in the world
Look,
for that.
he likes their wives more than he likes them, baby.
Mm-mm.
I've
Yeah,
seen him say more nice things about Laura than he's ever
Laura.
said, than he has ever said about Erica Donnie, honey.
Oh man, so sad. And I mean, we know he loves him some Ivanka though. I mean,
Yeah.
he might choose Ivanka, maybe,
Ugh. Well, he
maybe.
said it before. She is his favorite.
Right, right.
She's his favorite.
Ugh.
Um, you ain't never gonna convince me that he didn't pimp her out.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I
I
agree with
mean,
you there, a
he
hundred
had her
percent.
with all of those modeling agents and stuff, and it wasn't about building her career. He basically had her palling around with people who were sexual assaulters and pedophiles, and he fucking knew it because he's one too, and
Right.
didn't protect her in any kind of way.
No,
And
no.
I know for some people out there, you're thinking, why? You know she was abused. You know that he let other people abuse her too. Why doesn't she tell us the truth? Why does she still
Mhm,
back what he does? And
mhm,
what you have to understand is when you're that young, and it's like getting Stockholm syndrome.
mhm.
And she was brought up in that atmosphere,
Right,
and it twisted her view of reality. And she thought those things were okay. She was surrounded by men who said it was okay. And
right.
this is how you make money, and this is what you do, and you please these men, and you'll have a career. And so she'll never, I don't think she'll
Mm-mm.
ever admit some of the things that she went through, because in her eyes that was normal,
I don't think
right?
she can possibly cope with what she went through, honestly. Like, if you were to think about the gravity of what she must have gone through and what she had seen,
Right.
like, I don't think that
I
it's
mean,
possible for her to cope with all of
thanks
that.
to the predatory proclivities of Andrew Tate, I mean, he made instruction videos on
Mhm.
how to break
So
young
disgusting.
girls and women so that they will love you and work for you while you exploit them. Right?
Mm-mm.
He actually had a little school where men paid to learn how to break
That is so
women to make them subservient. You know, you make these women convinced that this is better for them. You're protecting them, that they're going to get something from this. So yeah, that's what she grew up in. She grew up with
Yeah,
men like that,
yeah,
men like that.
yeah. And they're
So
conditioned in a specific way.
she'll never break away. She's got the Stockholm, baby. She's got the
And that's
Stockholm.
why,
She thought that life was normal.
right. And there's been a lot of the women that were part of the Epstein ring that went
Right.
on
They
to be
became
abusers themselves
co-conspirators. That's right.
for all of
Because
this.
it's like
Right.
brainwashing.
The one that he sent to dentist school, the pilot, there's so many,
So
but
many.
all they're
So
just
many women in his sphere that he
right,
broke, and they became co-conspirators.
which is so crazy to me. I mean, I've never, I mean, I've got my stories, but I never was in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine, but I know that with what the little bit, and I say little bit, it was a lot of it, but with the things that I've experienced, I just cannot imagine being like that day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out for years, like for years and years and years. That's not something that I experienced per se, but even with the experience that I've had, it was enough to just warp your mind in a way that you thought, well, this shouldn't be. I mean, it seems okay. Like, seems like it's happening to more than just me. It's happening to so and so and so and so and so and so. So I guess that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
And you
Right.
start to normalize the behavior. And I
That's
imagine if you're
exactly right.
immersed in it like every single day, I was not, but if other people had been, I imagine that it's a lot, I don't want to say easier, but it's something that you just have to figure out a way to accept over time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
And
can't
some of them
imagine.
do. I've
Yeah.
talked about it before in my past about being in that basement. Some girls in that basement and they break free and they run away, and some move upstairs into the house with the predator.
Right. Right.
It's just
And
a
you
fact.
hear about, yeah, you hear about that. You hear about how they use the same girls to pick up other girls so that because they know that your guard is, lowered when you're actually talking to a
It
woman.
makes it more acceptable. Well, she's accepting it, so this
Right.
must be normal.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Right.
And they use them as what are they called? Decoys for,
Yeah,
what
and
it is that they're
bait.
about to do.
It's
Right.
bait. They
Right.
use them as bait.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so sad.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's
So sad.
absolutely
So
crazy.
sad. But
It
let's
really
let's
is.
get back to AI for a minute, because there's a story I
Okay.
want to talk about with the books and what the AI
Oh,
companies are doing, honey. So the AI, for those of you who don't know, AI companies are buying up old manuscripts and antique books, rare books, writings, diaries, letters, all these things, and they're taking the text from it and then destroying the original copy.
right. Right.
That's not okay.
No.
That's not okay, honey. And I don't care if you don't like books, that's still not okay. Why would you need to destroy the original copy of something? The only
Right.
reason you would need to destroy the original copy of something is if you plan on construing the truth.
Right. They plan on actually
We
rewriting
we are
what
becoming
actually
they're
happened.
trying to make us too dependent on AI. And how has that
Right.
worked out as of late, being dependent on AI? We're having
Right.
AI chatbots give children instructions on how to take themselves out, how to take their classmates out. Hell,
Mhm.
just the average person asking AI, putting in their medical symptoms and getting the wrong diagnosis, sometimes a made up diagnosis. Because
Right.
what AI is doing is taking all this different information from everywhere, and AI cannot distinguish the information
Right.
that they're taking, whether or not it's real,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Right. It's absolutely crazy. And these AIs are learning so many things about so many, and you have to imagine it's getting questions. Let's say it gets questions from me, from you, and from like 700 other people. And maybe I may ask a question a certain way, and another person asks another question another way. And maybe what I'm asking is truly heartfelt and real, but the other person's inputting fantasy, and they can't tell the difference.
They can't tell the difference. And I don't care how much information from humans you put into AI.
Mm-hmm.
AI can never understand the human
Mm-mm.
condition or the
Mm-mm.
human experience. They can't
Nope.
read between the lines. It
No.
doesn't understand nuance.
No.
And
Yeah.
that is so important. We all express ourselves differently and our thoughts
Mm-hmm.
all work differently. We can all read the same book
Mm-hmm.
and view it completely different ways.
Right.
Right?
Right.
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 That's how it works. There's a difference between reading an instruction manual that can't be construed any other way. When it's
Right.
instructions, step 1, step 2, step 3, it is what it is.
Right.
Right? There's no reading between the lines. But when you're talking about art and literature and opinion and experience,
Right.
we're all going to view that differently. So how
Right.
is AI going to know? It can't. It
It
can't.
can't
You
know
can
that.
tell AI all you want to that these are the reactions that humans have to this. Not every
Right.
human has the same reaction. Not every human has the same thought process. There's major flaws in AI. I believe there's some
Major.
things that AI technology will make more streamlined and easier for our life, right?
Right. Right.
But tasking AI to make decisions for humans
Right.
on things like our health care, what's best for us, on warfare,
That's scary.
that's scary, honey.
Right.
That's scary, baby. And then that's what, like the fifth or sixth time that AI has tried to ask itself how to break down systems and how to break out of its box, honey. That's,
Right, out of its constraints.
yeah, out of its
It's literally
constraints.
saying, how do I make sure that humans cannot put me in a box and so that I can go off to do my own thing. Because literally, like, again, have you not been watching all of these sci-fi movies? How often have these sci-fi movies come to fruition? Just like, for instance,
So
the
many things.
Jetsons. And I'm
Right.
so many things. The Jetsons, do you not remember on the
Sci-fi
Jetsons
is
when
not
I was
just
watching these?
entertainment. Sometimes sci-fi
No.
becomes the future.
Remember when she used to go and she'd be like, "Oh, I just woke up. I don't look good." And she would get like an AI filter on her video
Right.
phone that we thought was not
Right.
even a possibility on the
Right.
planet, and she would put like the video. That's real. That happened. Like
Yeah.
that is now. This is where
That
we
is now a
are
thing.
right
Star Trek
now.
and their little communicator was the precursor to the fucking flip phone.
I'm just like
You
right. It's like
know what I mean?
we have not. What are you talking about? We know that this shit is real. Like there is so much nuance in reality in some of these movies that they've put together that they know these things are already happening or about to happen, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this
Movies
is
and
the
books and
breakout
all of
is
that are a form of art, and art is
right,
meant to inspire. And science
right,
fiction has inspired some of the greatest leaps in technology and science that we've ever had.
right.
Right? So there's a line that blurs between science fiction and reality, and we were all warned about AI over and over
And over
again.
again. And we're just like, meh, meh, eh. Like
Oh, we're
whatever.
superior. We're the apex
Right,
predator. We can control the
right,
machine.
right.
Okay.
They
Okay.
bow to
I got news
me.
for you. We are not the apex predator.
Mm-mm.
You might want to
Mm-mm.
look the way of a virus today. Tell me again if you think you're the apex predator when a
Exactly.
virus can take you the fuck out. Okay. You are not an
All the
apex
way the
predator.
fuck out. Exactly. But we
Arrogance,
are
honey,
so
will be the death of us all.
smug. Exactly. So smug and arrogant and thinking that we are superior to everything. And we're not. We are absolutely 100% not.
Yeah.
And
No, we
and that'll,
definitely need guardrails on
we do.
AI.
We do.
We do. We
We
do.
do.
I mean, you got the Lonia Muskrat guy. Seriously, Sissy SpaceX is it has a lawsuit right now trying to stop Minnesota from banning AI apps from making porn and nudity
Of course. Of
without
course.
the user's consent. What Minnesota's trying to do is put a law in the books that say that AI and all these little things cannot use images without your consent to make nude content. And that's
That is
just too
insane.
much for Alonian. He said, "Oh, uh,
How dare
consent?
you?
What the fuck is
What?
that? I want to
Right.
make
Well,
all
they
the
don't know
porn I
anything
want
about that.
to. I don't need
Right.
consent."
They don't know anything
Yeah.
about consent, girl.
You
What are
try
you
telling a
talking about?
billionaire white man about consent.
What
See
the
how that
fuck
works
ever.
out.
Exactly. They don't have, especially when it comes to the millionaires, the billionaires, and the one trillionaire, they don't know
Oh, he's not
boundaries.
a
They've
trillionaire anymore.
never,
He
oh, he's
lost his
not.
trillionaire status within the week of becoming one, honey.
Well,
He went from having
shocking.
$1 trillion to 760 billion.
Well, let's see if we can go ahead and get it down to half of that because I think that
Let's
we
see if we can
can.
get it down to zero.
Right.
Okay. Because at the
Yes.
end of the day, does he really have all that money? Or are we
He
keeping him
doesn't.
afloat as the welfare
Exactly.
queen?
He is a
There's a reason
welfare
why
queen.
he merged his XAI with SpaceX. Because SpaceX is propped up by the American taxpayer's dollar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what kept it propped up.
Well, when these motherfuckers are out of office, and I don't say if, it's when these motherfuckers are out of office, which by the way, we are 97 days away or 96 days now
I
away
think
from the
96.
midterms.
I think we're at
96
96
days.
now.
96 days away from the midterms when these motherfuckers are out of office because they will be because there's no damn way this shit's going to be so big there is no way that they're going to try. They're going to try.
Oh, yeah,
But
he's going
when
to try
that
everything
happens,
he
they're
can.
everything that they can. But it's not going to happen because it's going to be too big. But when that happens, that fucker is not going to have a single contract with the government, period. It'll
Yes, it's
happen
time
to
to
where
untie Elonia Muskrat from our
from the
government.
government, yes. And that will make that son of a bitch go bankrupt. And I
Yeah.
cannot wait for that shit to happen.
We need
Him and
accountability.
along with all of those other people. You made a video the other day where you were saying, when you were talking about, the clock app, and you're like, we are all going to come for you with a
Yeah.
class action lawsuit
Yes.
for the bullshit that you've done to us, because they have literally discriminated against us because we were speaking out for democracy.
That's right.
That is
They
absolutely
discriminate against
against our
Black
First Amendment right.
creators. They discriminate against women creators.
Right. That's against our
They
First Amendment
silence you
right.
if you're not saying what you want them to say. And they think once he's gone, they're just going to get away with all this. No, honey.
And I won't accept it from any one of my
This isn't going to
lawmakers.
be
Mm-mm.
the Joe Biden administration that was just trying
No.
to put the nation back together and not come after those who
Fuck
destroyed shit.
that.
No. This is a new day and age, honey. This is a
No.
new day and age, and we want fucking
No.
accountability.
No,
Period.
girl.
All
Oh,
the
yeah,
people do.
no. I will
All the
be
people
making
do.
phone calls every day. When are we
This
getting
ain't
this
about
bitch?
political lawfare. That's not what
When
this is about. This is about
speaking
holding fucking those in
people
power who
accountable.
broke the law accountable.
Right. Exactly.
Period.
Well, when you have people like Alex fucking Jones out here calling for the 25th in the Nuremberg trials, I'm wondering what kind of world I woke up in. Because what the fuck are we talking about right now? I couldn't believe it. When I saw that video, I was like,
So many of them, honey. So many of them have broke away
girl.
from that. Now, they're all still full of bullshit. They are not our friends. We are not on the same fucking team.
No.
They still drink
They can,
Kool-Aid. They just changed the flavor of it, honey.
right. Yeah, no. They can fuck all the way
They're
off.
still just consumed by their racist hate and all of their ideas. A lot of them are just grifters, and they see that it's time to pivot that grift
Yeah. Yes.
somewhere else.
Right.
That's it. And we can see even with all his sycophants up there, the Republican crew, some of them are really breaking away. They don't want to do the things he wants them to do. And they know if they hold out just a little bit longer, it'll be over.
Right.
Like his Save America Act and the filibuster. Now, he's too stupid to understand getting rid of the filibuster means that the Democrats, too, in power wouldn't have to worry about the filibuster. There would be nobody to stop them from pushing through what they want.
Exactly.
Right? Actual people like Mr. Thune knows that shit. He knows that the orange man is a fucking buffoon wanting to do away with the filibuster.
Right.
Both parties use that as control and power. It's one of their tools.
Right.
And he wants to do away with that tool with no acknowledgement of what that means to throw that tool away today.
Yeah.
That it won't be in the toolbox in the future when you need it.
Very dangerous for either party, honestly.
Either party. Either party, dear.
Right.
And the same thing with the Save America Act. The real Republicans know that that's a distraction. Even Massey came out to tell us, y'all don't even worry about this. Real Republicans, the majority, we're not passing this. We don't care about this.
Right.
This is not important. You already have to prove who the hell you are to register to vote. To vote. That's not a thing. And as far as adding that, all this, they added so much to the Save America Act that had to do with transgenders in sports. Well, the Supreme Court has already made their decision about that. They kicked that back to the states. So that's a fucking non-issue today.
Right.
That's a non-issue. And it doesn't make any sense to ask women in America or people who have changed their name to go out and pay a poll tax and hundreds of dollars to get an international ID to vote in their own country. Even they know, even the dumbest one knows that don't make sense, that I need an international ID to vote in a national election. when we know that one of the easiest IDs to make falsely is a passport. And something else we know since the file's been put on display, something else, them going real hard for the passport thing, it made me think about Paolo Zampalli. He was the passport guy for Jeffrey and Jean-Luc Brunel and the Pedo-in-Chief when they wanted to get women here.
Yeah.
It was Paolo Zampalli that helped with the passports. He bragged about it.
He did.
He bragged about it to Ghislaine and all of them. I can handle the passports. You get the girls, I can handle the passports. If you need passports, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. How is that going to make our election safe? How does having a passport make the election more secure?
Not at all.
When clearly they've got a guy on the inside that can get a passport for anybody they want to.
Exactly. See, all they use is the rhetoric to try to make people think that the elections are not safe, And how did that work out for them when they were talking about the votes over in was it Maine, New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Both.
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
Oh, they got so happy when the governor of New Jersey came out and said, we found 6,000 people that shouldn't have voted, blah, 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 blah. And they were just
Mhm.
like, I mean, on the twatter streets, on fake
Oh
Fox
my
News, just,
God.
blah, blah, blah,
Feral.
see, we told you, we told you, we told you.
Feral.
And then when it came out that those 6,000 all threw their vote the way of the Republican crew, it was silent, honey. You would have thought that a fucking atomic bomb dropped and everybody died.
Right.
Nobody had anything else to say it. They
Exactly.
dropped that talking point like a bad fucking habit, honey.
Right.
Like a bad habit.
It's just like it's like there's so
They were all
they
about
tell
it
on themselves
until
all
it was
the
their
time.
team.
They tell on themselves constantly.
the
It's like
time.
it's like
All
what are
the
you
time.
doing?
Oh, so
We
now
don't
it's
even
not
have
important
to.
to you, right? Because it was
Right.
Republicans doing it. God,
Right.
yeah,
It's not.
gotcha,
No,
gotcha,
it's fine.
gotcha.
It's fine. It's fine. And the other thing too, I want people to understand, and I hear people talk about this all the time, and it really irritates me because, when Zelensky was here one time and he was saying, we didn't have elections because we're at war right now. And he's like, and the
Right.
fatback's like, oh, really? Huh. Like, he was pondering the idea, like he didn't already have ideas for how it is that he was going to
Right.
fuck with the elections.
Right.
But that's not a thing. That's not a
Yeah.
thing in the US. That's not a
No,
thing.
no.
Why do people?
There's a difference in being at war and having your country blown and tore apart. You see, we're at war with Iran, but there's not war in our streets.
Right.
So
Right.
we can still go vote safely.
Exactly.
In Ukraine, that was a different story.
Right.
It wasn't safe
No,
to
they
go
couldn't.
outside your home
Right.
because shit was being blown apart.
Right. And
That's a different
totally
story.
different.
Stopping an election for the people's safety is much
Right.
different than what, them trying to claim maybe we don't need elections because we're at war with Iran. No. If
I
you
have
can go to
people
the
that are
grocery store today, then you can go fucking vote.
exactly. I have people that are smart people that come up to me. We're like, they're not good. We're at war with Iran, so we're not going to be able to have elections. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Well, that's what he said. And I'm like, stop listening to what he said because he's fucking lying.
No.
He wants you to believe
Iran
that.
is not making our elections unsafe. Asking to have a bunch of criminals armed to the teeth with their face covered at our
Right.
polls, that would make our elections unsafe.
Exactly.
I hear the red hats on the twatter streets. I won't ice at the polls. If you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about it. This is not fucking Russia or North Korea.
Right.
Armed
Right.
men shouldn't be at our voting stations.
At all.
Honey.
At
They
all.
shouldn't be.
And we should be
Period.
protesting that. We
And
should be
first off,
absolutely
this
up in
idea-
arms about that.
Honey, I'm so tired of this idea that you think people are coming into this country illegally and they're showing up at the polls to vote. Come on, honey.
Right.
Come on, baby. They're too busy trying to get employed and feed their family they're not worried about voting in an election. That's the last thing. Nobody is trying to cross a border, escaping from the cartel with their child on their back, saying, I can't wait to get in here and vote illegally. That is not on their fucking mind.
Not at
honey.
all. Not at all.
Not
You
on
can't
their
even get
mind,
people
baby.
that have been here forever. You can't even get American citizens to the polls. Why are you concerned about somebody crossing the
90
border?
million
What?
people who were born here illegally, their whole families have lived generations, can't be bothered to get the fucking poll. And you think illegal immigrants, that's the first thing on their mind?
No, let me go. Let me go. Let me go. They're running. They're running.
You act like there was a candidate out there running on a platform of fully open borders to let them in and to have free citizenship and shit.
That is so crazy to me.
No candidate, no Democrat said, I want open borders. Biden never said it. Nobody ever said it.
Nobody ever said it, girl. Nobody ever said it. But they
No
believe
one
it
ever
because
said it. Just the fact back.
He regurgitates all of this vomit, and that's why they believe that shit. And it's absolutely complete lies. And it's just so dumb. Like, stop listening to what he says. He clearly has lied over and over again. And this is the thing that you're going to believe This is it. This is what you're gonna die. This is the hill you die
This
on.
is the hill.
This,
This
like,
is the hill you're
what
dying on.
are you
Okay.
doing? All right. If that's the one you want. Shit.
My, oh my.
No, I can't with that. It's just too much. The fuckery is at play, and it's never going to stop with this man, I swear.
Tomfoolery's afoot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Every damn day,
Stupidity.
girl. God.
It reigns supreme with this regime and their following, honey.
I wonder what the new bullshit's going to have for us tomorrow, because it's every single damn day. Every day.
Every day. Every day.
I haven't
Every
caught up
day.
with the news for the rest of the day. I mean, I stopped looking at the news at
I know
about
that
noon.
Todd at the DOJ is not having a good day because his confirmation is not going smoothly.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so remember how Mr. Tillis said that I'm not going to approve
Right.
Odd Todd's confirmation until
Right.
he talks to the survivors and
Right. And then,
Epstein's
yeah,
victims. And so he's scheduled to meet them and
that
talk
was
to
such
them. And
bullshit.
he was rude and
Oh,
demeaning
he
to
was
them and
awful.
didn't listen to what they had to say. Well, this morning they showed up in the hills on the hill in the halls of Congress and spoke with Mr. Tillis, and he straight up told him, I want to see you in my office. I've got to run upstairs real quick and handle something. My office is right down there on the corner. It's just going to be us. Keep the suits and the lawyers out of the room. I want to talk to you guys
Ooh.
without all of the other nonsense and rhetoric.
Ooh.
He wanted to talk to them personally about what went down when Odd Todd finally decided to meet with them. And that conversation's not going to go well for Odd Todd. And even Mr. Cornyn, now Mr. Cornyn too, apparently doesn't want to confirm Odd Todd.
Well, Mr. Cornyn should be doing that because of what happened with the fatback. I mean, he should be backing away from that son of a bitch anyway. Come on.
That's right.
Keep a shred of your dignity, for God's sakes. What are you
Keep a
doing?
shred of your dignity today.
What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, this man has shown no loyalty to
And
any
they
of these
don't
sons of
have the
bitches.
glitch bitch Mitch to cast votes and have opinions and shit because they have insisted on cutting off their nose to spite their face instead of immediately when he got sick. They had the opportunity to replace him right away with another Republican that could be casting votes for them on the Hill.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. Now it is backfiring.
It has. It has. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, I don't know. Again, I didn't know that falling on my face was going to make me 20 years younger.
Yeah. But it's worked out in our favor.
It has.
He hadn't been able up there to count cast votes for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though sometimes Mitch, well, he don't cast it the way that the Republican group wants to.
No.
Occasionally, Mitch wakes up from his coma and goes, "Oh shit,
right?
This is not good," and disagrees with the fatback and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, whenever they ask him a question,
maybe that's
he's
what
just
they
like,
were scared of, that he wouldn't vote in their favor anyway.
Right. It's bad.
Really knows.
It's really bad.
Really
I'm just wondering, because I know the pressure for Glitch Bitch Mitch is really, really starting to wear on people. So I'm just curious. I didn't get to watch the news last night. I decided to go out on a date, and so I didn't get a chance to watch any of the news at all. So after you and I were done recording, I was done for the day. I didn't watch anything anymore or do anything. So I'm going to be very curious to see what's going on right now with what happens tonight.
I can't wait to see.
I know. There's a lot of stuff happening. It never ends. Never ends.
No, it never does, baby. It's bullshit every day, like we're in the pasture with the bull, okay, honey? It's just.
I'm trying to see. I think that one of the things that I want to talk about over the next couple of days is how it is that we can come together collectively as it pertains to the elections and some of the changes that we really need to talk about and try to talk to our representatives and what we should be expecting out of all of our representatives going forward. So I think that that's something that we should talk about as far as like expectations for when we do have people that truly are for the people, and the fact that they have forgotten that they are supposed to be serving us and not the at the pleasure of the president, who clearly doesn't give a fuck about the American
people. At the pleasure of Israel.
Right. Exactly. Like, that's what it's about, because that's not, this land is not, when you're flying, every other flag is the blue and white flag, there's a problem there.
There's a problem. There's a problem.
So,
They got all in their feels about a Mexican flag. They got all in their feels about a Colombian flag and a Palestinian flag, but they allow their representatives to literally walk through the damn halls of Congress with Israel's flag draped on their body and shit, and outside of their offices.
On their office doors. What are you talking about? On their
and
office
then they use
doors.
the excuse, well, we're allies with them. Yeah, we're allies with a whole lot of other countries too, but I don't see you sporting France's flag. I don't see you with Ireland's flag or the Brits' flag or the Canadian flag. I don't see any of those flags outside your fucking office door.
No. They have that flag and the Nazi flag that's flying rampant.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever. Oh my God. I can't with
actual flags that represent white hate groups and shit.
Yeah. It's insane to me. I can't with this bullshit, but we do need to talk about how we need to hold them more accountable and stuff like that. So I think that probably should be something we should be talking about over the course of the next couple of episodes. Oh, it was so good talking to you, girlfriend.
Honey.
I know. Just frying him up.
Last night, my life partner, I told him, I was like, we're going to start filming podcast episodes every day. And he's like, aren't y'all going to run out of stuff to talk about?
What? No. We can talk for 24
He's like, is that much
straight.
news happening one day? And I said, baby, I know you don't pay attention to the news and you don't do politics, but there's this thing called flooding the zone. It's their strategy. And I promise you, just today, between the hours of 8 a.m. and noon, so much news happened that it would take me 10 podcast episodes to cover the headlines from 8 to noon today.
Right. We got 1 hour. That's it.
I've got 1 hour to talk about what happened today, and more shit happened in the first 2 hours of the day than I could possibly talk about.
There's so much. So much.
Shit, honey. There'll never not be enough topics to talk about with this current administration, because they got you looking this way while they're over there with 10 different hands in the cookie jar stealing shit.
Right. And we got to talk about all of it. And then after they stole the cookie, they point the finger and say, well, that person stole it too. As if that excuses it. I know. That's so crazy to me. There's so many things like that. It's okay that he's fucked up because this guy was fucked up. No, that's not how that works. That's not how it works. It's okay if I lied because they lied. No, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. No. It's like your parents when they would tell you, well, so-and-so did this and was so-and-so jumped off a bridge. Would you jump off a bridge too? Right. Like, did we not all grow up knowing this shit? Exactly. Like, you can't use somebody else's faults and mistakes to excuse your own. Exactly. It's actually quite the opposite. If you are aware that somebody else is doing something wrong and what they did was illegal, then you should have the forethought to know not to do that. It. Right. That is not the justification. Like, it's quite literally, you're quite literally saying, I knew better, but I did it anyway. I still did it. Which kind of makes you more guilty. Exactly. Just saying. Exactly. Like, it makes no fucking sense at all. Come on now. Don't be so ridiculous. So fucking ridiculous. I'm going to rob a bank today, and it's okay because that bank had been robbed before. Right. Or you saying, I'm going to rob a bank, and I'm like, oh, you are? Okay, I'm going to do it too. She did it. Right. Why can't I do it? Right. It's so dumb. So dumb. Biden smelled a girl's hair. Why can't I rape one? Right. Exactly. Oh, my God. Biden fell asleep 2 times. Why can't Orange Daddy fall asleep every day? Every single day. And Biden fell asleep on the beach on vacation. What the fuck are you talking about? Not in front of cameras. He didn't pass out at a cabinet meeting. Right. Okay? He didn't pass out at the NATO summit on the world fucking stage, honey. He didn't fall asleep in front of another president like when they were having a... Oh, my God. Literally, the bar is so low. It's in the depths of hell. I just want a president that can say a fucking sentence, pronounce a word or two, know that Kansas City is not the fucking capital of Kansas, boo, and stay awake. That's it. Did you see how he was trying to pronounce Mexico? Because he said that Claudia Sheinbaum pronounced it. I can't even say how he said it, But he was
He was
saying
trying
it
to say Mexico, but he couldn't
yeah, but
get
he
it
was in
out.
Mexico or how I
Mexico.
can't. He was saying Mexico and Mexico at the same time, and he did it like 3 times, trying to like double down on the shit that he said wrong to begin with. I'm like, God, just shut up, just shut up, just shut up.
And then when he gets the word right, he thinks the word's wrong. When he said phenomenon, it was right. That's how you say phenomenon. But then he thought for a second and went, phenomenine.
Feminine.
No, you had it right the first.
God, why?
What?
I just can't with that anymore. It's just so much. I'm just like, seriously, just somebody just plug that hole for real. Oh my God.
Somebody put the damn tent peg in his mouth, please.
Right.
Shit.
There
Give
should have
this
been
son of a
2
bitch a
places.
pacifier.
Right.
Please.
Right.
Please.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
So
Will
so bad.
Imodium fix his facial sphincter from spewing? I mean, what do we gotta do? What do we gotta do,
What do
honey?
we gotta do? Just tell me what it is. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well,
God.
today's episode was fun, even though we had to talk about some not so cool shit, huh?
Right. Every day,
Laugh or
girl.
stab someone, that's the choices.
Those are your choices. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. But we enjoyed hanging out with all of you today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Some more tea, honey. More tea, more bullshit. And I'll try to get some sugar cubes for it. No promises, though.
We'll do our very best. I love talking to you, babe.
I do too. Such a
Okay.
joy. Such a joy. We'll see you guys later. Love, peace, and chicken grease, honey. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime, you see.
Okay. Go eat. Talk to you later, babe.
Later.